Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name's Penaluna.
I'm Byron Bertram.
And on today's show...
Yo, bum rush the vote.
Yeah, boy.
Oh, you guys like to tell jokes and giggle and kid around, huh? Giggling like a bunch of young broads in a schoolyard. Well, let me tell a joke.
I wanted this to be professional.
I don't gotta listen to this shit.
You certainly don't, pal. Because the good news is... Awesome!
With Byron Bertram and Ivan Penaluna.
Okay, so you've been away for a while, and there's been some stuff happening.
What?
Yeah, stuff's been happening whilst you've been away.
I thought news stopped as soon as I went somewhere else.
That's exactly how. Yeah, that's exactly how you think. But no, it doesn't. There's been a few things that we have to talk about. One of the things that I'd like to talk about are the Panama Papers. Do you know what they are?
Like some type of a cigar.
It's a rolling paper.
Yeah.
No, it's basically there's been a series of leaks. They're known as the Panama Papers, and it involves a whole load of people who have tried to hide money for tax reasons offshore in Panama. And this leak has been made, but only a certain number of people have been targeted, and it's the people that have been targeted that have brought into question who's behind it and what their motives are. Because basically they targeted first Vladimir Putin, and then generally a lot of right-wing people like Marine Le Pen, she was targeted, a load of people in the UK who are on the right were targeted. And it turns out there is a story in Zero Hedge that basically WikiLeaks have accused this leak of being sponsored by Soros and a number of organizations that have his financial and backing and blessing, namely the US Aid, and also an organization called OCCRP, which is a organization that investigates criminality. But, you know, there's about 2.3 terabytes of information out there. And what the guy from WikiLeaks is saying, listen, let's have all the information, you know, and what the leakers are saying is, no. We don't want to do the WikiLeaks thing. We think it's okay just to leak some of the information and, you know, because we're doing our job as journalists. So that's what's happening.
They don't want to blow their whole wad at once.
Well, exactly. And, you know, and the whole thing about this is that basically the Obama administration was the one, and Hillary Clinton, she was involved as well, was the one who actually facilitated this by setting up the trade agreement with Panama to make this all happen. So I think there's a lot more dirty laundry to be had, but obviously it's not politically in George Soros's interest to have certain individuals who are, to put it one way, on the inside of the tent pissing out, as far as he's concerned, have their laundry washed in public.
So how did he accumulate all this information?
That's a very good question. I don't know that. I don't know. Obviously, someone's come across this information. Information is available, and if you have the means and millions and billions of dollars and the contacts, then you can, you know, get access to
find out the dirt on everybody.
Yeah, and then you leak it, right?
Of course.
So Vladimir Putin and his oligarch cronies have all been targeted, as there have been a number of other organizations and people.
Well, let's be honest. I mean, you know, as much as you love Putin, Putin's no saint.
No, of course not. He's a gangster, but I like him because he's honest.
He's an honest. Really? Is he that honest?
Yeah, he's honest. He's like, look, I'm a gangster. I'm FSB, motherfucker. You know, you were a community activist in Chicago for 16 years. I was a lieutenant colonel in the KGB.
Yeah.
You know, who's better equipped to deal with a crisis?
You need bad people to stop bad problems.
There you go. You know, you want ISIS killing? Don't give the job to Obama. He's going to sit around a table. Vladimir Putin's going to turn them into liquid fucking fire. You know?
You know what? He'll want the job given to a soccer mom.
Exactly. You know, Hillary Clinton will basically... this is the thing that people don't get about Hillary Clinton. I think if Hillary Clinton gets in the White House, we will probably end up with a war with Russia. Yeah. And no one wants that. And people look at it and say, no, Hillary Clinton, she's a woman. I'm going to vote for her because she's a woman. And that's the most important thing. No, the most important thing is that we don't have a war with Russia.
No, bad idea.
Yeah, there you go. How about that? You know, and I think whether Bernie Sanders gets in or whether Donald Trump gets in, I think the war with Russia will be on the back burner. Whereas with Hillary, it's getting served up at dinner time.
Whatever happened to the days of Clinton and Yeltsin, though? They were all buddy-buddy.
Yeah, well, he's a different creature, isn't he?
Can't he keep his wife in line?
No,
In between getting come a little nookie under their fucking desk.
Boris Yeltsin couldn't even get off the plane in Ireland because he was too hammered.
Yeah. Even the Irish were like, we got mad respect for you. Can't even fucking make the plane before coming to our country.
His plane landed and he never got off because he was too hammered.
And he was probably treated with the utmost respect for that. He's like, you got to give him fucking credit.
Well, of all
So
the
hammered he
places,
can't even mate us.
of all the places he could have landed, Ireland's probably one of the better ones.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's what's been happening, Byron. Do you want to get,
Yeah, I dug up a bunch of dirt on people and everybody. Yeah, so it's just WikiLeaks Part 2.
No, this has been done for political reasons. I mean, Soros is deeply in bed with the Obama administration. He's also promoting a very pro-immigration policy in Europe. He has a lot to say about that. He did an op-ed in The Guardian during the Paris attacks. I mean, George Soros getting an op-ed in The Guardian during the Paris attacks to say how Islamic immigration in Europe is a good idea. I mean, that's a fucking loaded dice, right? Come on. Anyway, that's my
What's his vested interest in it, though?
Well, I mean, he's he's on the left. He's on the left, and he's got a lot of vested interests in their agenda.
Right. And he's a Hungarian-Greek billionaire oligarch.
Yeah, he's not Greek. He's Hungarian.
He's Hungarian. But
Hungarian
he's got a pretty
Jewish.
Greek name, doesn't he?
Soros? I don't know. Hungary's a weird place. Has a lot of weird names.
In Hungary, ironically, then they closed the borders. They said, fuck you. We're not taking
Yeah,
you
I'm
away.
sure he's not happy about that. The Hungarian prime minister is one of the few people in Europe who's saying, you know what? Not for us. Thanks.
Right. Well, that's all right. Trudeau will take in the rest.
And this is the other thing about the EU. The EU are saying, well, that's not okay with us. And he's saying, well, it's our country and we've decided that's not good for our people. And they're going, well, it doesn't work like that if you want to be part of the EU because you do what we tell you to do. Or rather, we do what George Soros tells you to do.
Yeah, right. So George Soros, he's a
bad guy.
He's a bad man.
He's a very bad man. But, if you listen to other people, they'll tell you, no, he's all right. He's one of the good guys. He's on the inside of the
They're all
tent.
assholes, all of them.
Well, you might have a point there. Anyway, that's been happening.
That's crazy shit. So basically, Putin, they found out he's worth more than we could even possibly imagine.
They found out that Putin's got some money hidden away. Well, surprise, surprise. Kel surprise, eh? The other thing that's been in the news, this hasn't been in the news. You have to go to people like Stephen Crowder for this. He did this little article, which is a great article, and it's about Sarah Silverman initially. It's called Why Everything About Sarah Silverman's Vote for Bernie video is Wrong. But what he does include in the article is a list of Bernie supporters, financial supporters, where he gets his donations from. And one of the things that you hear from people who are Bernie Sanders supporters is he's financed his whole campaign off $10 and $20 off poor students who've given him everything that they have, and this is bullshit. There's
just on nickels of children.
Yeah, it's rubbish. If you look at the PACs that have been supporting and donating to Bernie, I'll just go through some of them here. You've got a number of unions from the US. Teamsters Union, 93,000. You've got the United Auto Workers, 78,000.
But that's not much money, really.
Well, okay. I think it looks like there's a ceiling here of around 100,000.
Yeah, we're not talking about but we're not talking tens and hundreds of millions here, like Hillary's getting or Trump's getting. Trump's not getting anything.
That's a very good point. University of California, 139,000.
Yeah, but all this is kind of peanuts, though.
I don't know. It all adds up. I'm giving you these numbers, and before I've finished, before 30 seconds is over, we've got to 1 million straight away. Okay, so
but you need like $1 billion to be president.
Really?
Yeah.
You need $1 billion?
Pretty much. You need like $1 billion.
Okay, fair enough. U.S. Postal Service, 59,000. Apple, 85,000. Microsoft.
Apple only gave me $85,000?
Yep.
Fucking cheap fucks.
Yeah. One of the biggest donators has been the U.S. Postal Service. Surprise, surprise, because they're a heavily unionized organization who know that it's going to be payday under Bernie.
Yeah, right.
Carpenters and Joiners Union, 62,000.
But none of this is a surprise. Is it? This is...
Well, it busts the myth that he's financed the whole campaign.
That he's getting all 10 and 20. Well, yeah.
$10 and $20 off poor little kids who are saving up in their piggy bank. Bullshit.
Well, he's getting a lot of that too. But I mean, I think, when these big companies are giving him still kind of peanuts compared to what's Hillary getting, like tens and millions of dollars from like oil companies.
Well, yeah, Hillary is deep. She's the deep state. I mean, you can't really compare Hillary with Bernie because Bernie says, I don't do that stuff. And Hillary goes, yes, I do.
Yeah.
So, she's Wall Street. She's got the money. She's got the money rolling in. There's also legal limits.
Oh, is there?
That have to be adhered to as
See,
well.
basically the whole thing, though, is like, I think of the election, campaign finance reform, but that's a boring issue. Nobody wants to touch that.
Fair enough. All right. You don't want to talk about that. That's okay.
I don't want to talk about that? What do you mean?
No. It's all right. I understand it's not very funny. No, I thought we'd have more. I thought we'd have more fun with the fact that Apple gave Bernie Sanders $85,000.
Oh, no, that is funny. 85 grand.
No, you're right. It's not. It's
Well,
shit.
no, but
Sorry.
I think it's kind of cheap. I thought they would give him more. I think Apple's a fucking bunch of cheap fucks.
Well,
How much
I
did
don't know.
Microsoft give him?
I just told you. Do you want me to go back again?
How much did Microsoft give him again?
Okay, hang on a minute. Microsoft. I'm going back up now. I was going to look at the Sarah Silverman stuff. Microsoft. They have given him. Oh man, I can't find it now.
I'm sure there's more dirt on Bernie, but I feel like, well, that's just kind of standard donate. In fact, those are surprisingly low. But like you said, there's a limit to what you can donate.
Microsoft, $95,000.
Yeah, okay. Well, yeah, I mean, that's still surprising when you think about just how much money you can give. You think, oh, why are they throwing millions at him?
Yeah, well, I mean, Bernie's expenses for suits and haircuts is minimal, right?
Well, exactly.
He's not spending it on that.
No, he looks like a fucking, accountant from 1974.
No,
He doesn't even know how to use a computer.
Okay, and also Ted Cruz. Ted Cruz, he's the gynecologist from the Addams Family.
Of course, yeah. Yeah, he looks like a date rapey pastor.
Yeah, exactly. That's the other way of describing him. So basically, he's out enjoying a little bit of a resurgence at the moment because
You won the cheese state.
he won the cheese state.
You won all the cheese.
And
You won the super cheese.
the thump fell on his face there. But I don't think Trump was expected to win Wisconsin. No one was predicting that he would. But there's a few things about Ted Cruz.
Well, that's because Trump's a vegan. So
They've been fighting.
cheese eaters are going to vote for that fuck.
They've been having these fights, showing pictures of each other's wives, which would be more entertaining if they didn't have clothes on. But and I think Trump's gone that some way to show pictures of his wife with hardly any clothes on.
Yeah.
But that Trump can do that sort of thing.
Yeah, that's Trump's
the other thing in the news is that Ted Cruz has been accused of having multiple affairs.
What?
Yeah, how do you have
That
an
is
affair?
crazy. I can't believe it. With a face like that?
Exactly. Who's going
Jesus
to fuck
Christ.
that face?
What's next? Fuck, oh my God, Jesus Christ. Next thing you're going to tell me, fucking a Pope shits in the woods and a bear fucks kids.
So Ted Cruz, the other thing that people don't know about Ted Cruz, just so, we do try and be.
He is related to Tom, right?
He is related to Tom. He's Tom's dad. He will never appear
He's
in
a closet case Scientologist.
Mission Impossible 6, though. He will never appear in that, not even as Tom's dad. His wife works for
He's
Goldman
younger than
Sachs.
Tom, actually.
His wife works for Goldman Sachs.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, that's good, isn't it? It's good for everybody. It's good for the world.
No conflict of interest. there.
No, he's gonna get on great with all of those leaders of European countries who've had members of Goldman Sachs placed at the helm of their economies.
That's
great. And so basically, he's owned by Goldman Sachs. His wife works for them. That's the fear. He's a deep state candidate, unfortunately. And a lot of people think that Donald Trump's dangerous. I would hazard that Ted Cruz is probably more dangerous than Donald
Cruz is
Trump.
way more dangerous. He's going to burn everybody at the stake.
Yeah, exactly.
In the name of hellfire.
So that's the other
Buggers
story.
little fucking boys will sacrificing chickens in the name of Jesus.
We have a lot of fun with Ted Cruz, couldn't we?
Oh, absolutely.
Just the way he looks is amazing.
He's just got like this creepy moon face.
Yeah, there's something.
Don't
of
judge a book by their cover unless you look like Ted Cruz.
there is something of the night about him, and I can imagine him choking people out for sexual fun.
Oh, Jesus Christ. He'd be like fucking GM Kameshi south of the border.
I can imagine Gian Gameshi and Ted Cruz sharing a cell together,
Oh, yeah, that'd be great. They'd choke each other out.
or with female prison guards.
Yeah, pretty much. Fucking Gaddafi style. I don't know. Who are we going to vote for? If you're for the right, I mean, you got to vote for the grocery store owner, okay? So he's the only reasonable one, right?
I think Gian Gameshi should run as a Liberal candidate in the next election.
Yeah.
I think people are going to vote
You know
for
what?
him.
And everybody's just bitching about like already happened. Just put Trump in. All right? Just put fucking Trump in.
I can't believe that
Just fucking do it.
the nominations aren't even up yet. Normally,
And everybody's also angry, and everybody in Canada is also angry. Just like if you vote for Trump, and I don't know any American friends, by the way. If you vote for Trump, unfriend me. And I know nobody in America.
Oh dear, no! It's
First of all, he didn't get the nomination. Second of all, he didn't even win the presidency.
Trump's not a conservative. He's not a real candidate. But I love what he's doing to the left. I love it. It's fantastic. They're having aneurysms over him.
I thought there'd be 50% chance at April Fool's. You'd be like, it was all a joke. I don't want to do this. It's fucking bullshit.
I'm going home to fuck my wife.
Yeah.
But I won't be fucking Ted Cruz's.
Yeah. Unbelievable. I love, though, the childish thing is it's just like, hey, put a bad picture of my wife, put a picture of his wife. He started it.
As Ben Shapiro said, this is where we're at. Let's go to the fucking news.
This is the fucking news.
All right, go. In 5, 4. I can't do it. We'll do it live. Okay. We'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live.
This is the fucking news.
Fucking thing sucks.
All right. Well, you guys are both on Twitter and Facebook and all that stuff. And the Greater Glasgow Police, as well as, strangely, pretty much about the same time, an almost identical announcement coming from the Ontario Provincial Police, possibly others, but those are the ones I know about, kind of saying the same thing. When you're going online, you need to think before you post. And think being an acronym for T, is it true? H, is it hurtful? I, is it illegal? N, is it necessary? And K, is it kind? Use these things to evaluate what you're going to post and then decide whether you really should post it or not.
It sounds very much like conform or be prosecuted.
Well, the Greater Glasgow Police did have their Twitter with the little graphic of the THINK acronym. Actually, their comment was, think before you post, or you may receive a visit from us this weekend. Use the internet safely. Hashtag think before you post.
I was gonna be like, listen, we're coming to your door because we saw a picture of a kitten that didn't look happy. You're going down.
I would have thought that the Glasgow Police Department had bigger problems than this. And also the other thing is, it has left me wondering, how much of this is basically the fact that they just don't want people to post, revenge porn of their girlfriends or boyfriends on there, or that sort of, inconsequential sort of like domestic stuff? Or are we talking political stuff here? The fear is it's political, but are they really just addressing,
revenge porn?
Revenge porn and, stuff that's just nasty, like online bullying and stuff like that. The stuff that the left does really well.
And just the one,
yeah, the left, we got carte blanche.
The one that it just sort of got me, and maybe I guess they had to have it in there to make it the word, otherwise it would have just been thick, or they would have had to figure out something that went with C that you're not supposed to put on the internet, but the necessary, because isn't most of the internet unnecessary? I posted a picture of, hey, I got a new belly dance skirt earlier today. Picture, Instagram, Facebook,
I think you should
Twitter.
be arrested if you fucking post selfies of you with no fucking, no context behind it. Just the Vane police should just fucking bust you.
Well, it's not necessary, so Glasgow.
Well,
and
pouting.
Fucking get on them, Scotland.
Selfies with a pout. That's not necessary.
Yeah. Fucking
Pictures
bust
of
'em.
your dinner, not necessary.
Not necessary. Speaking out against the Islamification of Western Europe, quite necessary.
Oh, are you
Also
passionate
true,
about that issue,
but
Evan?
it might be hurtful, and
may
it might
well.
not be kind.
It may be hurtful to people with sensitive feelings.
That's the thing. It's pretty much everything violates one of these things.
And that's the worry, isn't it? That this is basically just a way of saying, hey, don't post anything other than mundane domestic shit.
Well, and we already know there's been I think there's been some in Scotland, definitely over in Belgium, the Netherlands, where people have posted stuff on Twitter that wasn't even that mean. Just I think we need to really think about this whole multicultural thing with the terrorism stuff. And then people have gotten arrested, or the cops have come and told them you're not allowed to use.
I know exactly what they're talking about. They're talking about the shopkeeper in Glasgow who was stabbed in the face, stabbed to death.
That guy, obviously it wasn't necessary for him. He was actually Muslim, and he decided at Easter, I'm going to make a nice gesture. I'm going to say Happy Easter to my Christian friends. And
2 hours later, he was dead.
Yes.
Stabbed to death by a radical Islamist from Bradford who basically, he was from a sect. He was from an Islamic sect, which is very open and and welcoming of other cultures, and they're seen by certain members of the broader Islamic population in Britain and in generally the world throughout as being heretics in a way. And obviously somebody has been in Glasgow at the time, seen that he's posted this very unnecessary goodwill message to Christians at Easter and done the Glasgow police's job for them by stabbing him in the head. So maybe that's what they're talking about.
So don't post anything in case fucking Al Akbar comes for you.
All right, if you're the boys from Al Akbar, you can do what the fuck you want. But anybody else, just shut up.
Yeah.
Allah free.
Yeah, don't So don't at the end of this month. Do not complain if your tax bill's high because that's unnecessary and it might be hurtful to any civil servants who see it.
That's a good point. Yeah, that's a good point.
But it's just it's starting to.
You know what? We've got a political agenda, and if you post anything hurtful to our political agenda, that might be seen as unhelpful, unnecessary, and just downright in bad taste.
I'll just
We're
write
going to
poo
be in
every
trouble
day.
because
That's what I'll
this
do.
show is going to be hurtful and.
This show's always
unkind,
hurtful.
Unnecessary, but we share it on social media. We're all getting arrested.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
Yeah, and we all take turns liking it.
Yep.
There you go.
It's nice.
Well, I know people listen.
Oh, that's good.
I post stuff on Facebook and Twitter and stuff like that, but no one really responds, and that's probably one of two reasons. No one follows me, which is completely understandable, and the other one is, but I actually do know that people do, because I get private messages saying, I love this shit, but they don't explicitly say this, but the sentiment is basically, I can't like any of it because, hey, we live in a directional swimming or death world.
Hey, well, I get that stuff too from guys I know from the music biz. Like, I could never say this or click like on that, but you're right about blah 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 blah.
This is the world we live in.
Don't tell anyone I said this.
Yeah, exactly. This is the world we live in. People are scared. They're not scared of people like us. They're scared of people who control the narrative.
Yeah, I like some of your stuff.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah. But you can never press like because you have to do shows to people who pay you money to get
That's true.
to see you.
That's true.
And then you'll be judged.
That's right.
Oh, if you say anything even mildly politically insensitive, you've got people, just thousands of them, queuing up to just wail on your bloodied body.
It's unbelievable. People
That's
get
okay.
way
They
too
already
fucking-
dislike Byron because he actually has fans and stuff. And
Yeah. Fair
Run
enough.
Do
into
I
a
have
few
fans?
people.
If I do have fans, let me know. I don't know
Yeah, you
where
do
the
have
fuck they are.
fans. You have loads of fans.
Yeah, I don't know how to compartmentalize them.
Well, this is the way you do it. You're doing a really good job already. You have Byron Bertram, comedian,
Yeah.
as a page, and thousands of people like it.
Right.
So you're already doing a good job.
Okay.
All right, just don't post any shit about Happy Easter to all my Christian brothers and sisters out there.
Exactly.
Yeah, you'd be good.
Right.
the correct way to say it is, it's Zombie Jesus Day.
Or Happy Holidays,
Yeah.
non-specific holiday.
Spelled with different letters
Yeah.
or something. I think I had Christmas over. I got sick of that shit.
What else have we got, Pyro?
Well, speaking of desperate for attention, there is a Thai actress, Aranya something.
Go on, murder this name.
Thong. She is apparently a virgin, so she says.
Right.
And she would like to find herself a partner. It hasn't worked out through dating agencies, so she took out a billboard advertising that she's looking for a husband. And I guess some clothes, too, based on the photo. She would like to get it once before she dies, which...
Just get
Yeah.
what, married?
Get the D.
And laid, I guess. And the
That shouldn't be
caption-
too hard.
Well, she's pretty, so I don't understand what the problem is.
Yeah.
Well, you
Is
know
she
what
a-
they say. If you're past 30, you can't be all three of hot, single, and not crazy. So I guess if she's single and hot, that must mean she's crazy.
Well, she's taking out a billboard advertising herself.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's some
Something
indication
fucking dodgy.
as to her mental health.
And the police decided to take it down. Apparently, it was a little too risque.
And then date her.
Yeah, exactly.
And then take turns just slamming her.
Actually, she's 45, so that's never mind.
She's 45 and she hasn't had sex.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, no wonder she
How
took
about just
out-
say yes? You want to get laid? Say yes.
Get on a plane, Byron.
No. Oh, yeah. Why? Get another ear infection when I'm banging some Thai fucking stripper?
That's the way
It'll
to look
even
at
it out.
That's the way to look at it, Byron.
Yeah.
Look at the positives.
Yeah.
Just, I guess, promise her that you'll marry her in the morning. Because I guess she's looking for a husband and never let go.
Byron making promises late at night when his penis is involved and he's had a drink.
Exactly.
Those promises.
Penises always make false promises when they had a drink.
Penises make bad deals.
They really do. They
They don't
bad
make
decisions.
good deals, do they? And it's aided by alcohol.
It really is. Once
Yeah?
they're drained, they get clarity.
Yeah. Once that they've been bled of their venom,
Yeah.
everything's clear.
Bled like a fucking infected ear.
So, all right, you stop going on about your ear.
All right.
You know, I've told you it's probably an aggressive form of cancer. You should just live with it. So anyway, Byron's not himself. You could probably tell he's feeling a bit sorry for himself. He thinks he's dying. He's a very, very worried man. He worries about a lot of things.
I do. I have a lot to worry about.
He has nothing to worry about. And if the slightest thing turns up, he'll worry it to death.
It's true. Because I don't have real worries. So
You don't have real worries.
So,
You don't,
so I got to attach it to something.
exactly. You don't have real worries, right? So you just invent shit to worry about.
It's true.
Yeah? What were you worrying about before you were here?
Mortality, my career. my weight.
Mortality, your career. All the stuff that really matters, right?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Just the shit you worry about when like nothing important is there
just,
to worry about.
just stuff that pertains to yourself only.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, come on.
Yeah. Don't worry about that.
Anyway, what has Trudeau done?
Oh, this is great. Do you want to hear about this?
Yeah.
Oh, fucking great. This is fantastic. Justin Trudeau is the gift that keeps on giving. I have to say that. I mean, whether he's promising to settle 25,000 refugees in 6 weeks, how the fuck is he going to do that? Even Houdini couldn't do that, right? Or he's selling all of Canada's gold, right? He's a gift. He's a gift. Like Jon Stewart must have licked his chops when George W. Bush got elected for a second time. He must have been like, oh, fucking payday. Fantastic. Well, Justin Trudeau, this is how we feel about him. Justin Trudeau was doing an interview with a progressive magazine in New York at the time when he was there on holiday visiting the Obamas, and they said, hey, would you do some feminist memes for us? And he went, yeah, of course, right? So anyway, we've got a collection of his memes, and if you want to see them, you can go to Aristotle's Bench Press, and it's under the title Justin Trudeau, the gift that keeps on giving. He's got a picture of himself here looking all cheesy with the girl who's interviewing him laughing at his joke, and it just says, hey girl, I might control the Mounties, but I'll never control your uterus. If you haven't got a sick bag, get one now. I'm going to tell you, this is the second one. Are you ready? Hey girl, don't crash the border, crush the patriarchy.
Oh, Jesus.
Right? You have to see
There's
these
never
things.
an avalanche when you need one.
Yeah, you have to see these to believe them. Right? Here's the next one. There's 4 of these. I'm preparing you. All right? If you haven't used the sick bag, you might be about to. Hey girl, I might be dreamy, but Canada has a long way to go to eliminate the wage gap.
Did he actually say all this shit?
No, they attributed these to him, and then he said, yes,
okay,
fine.
thank God.
And the last one, which is the best one, and quite ironic because he did have a gender-neutral cabinet, which by definition means that people were given jobs due to their gender rather than their actual skill set. It says, hey girl, I didn't put you in my cabinet because your place is in my heart. So really, I mean, Justin, can it get any better? Can it really get any
worst
better?
pickup lines ever.
He's the man, bitch, pool boy president Canada deserves, right?
He's exactly the president that the millennials of Canada deserve.
Yeah.
They've chosen him. They deserve him. Unfortunately, we're going to have to live with his reckless decisions and his policies. But, at least while our children go into debt and our grandchildren are ransomed on progressive spend policies, we can have a laugh at it.
Yeah. Comedy means more to me than anything.
Oh,
so
yeah.
I don't give a shit. I'm self-centered anyway.
This is almost worth the $30 billion he's spending this year.
Well, yeah,
Absolutely.
It's just amazing how much I shouldn't be surprised, but how much the press is just like fucking all in for this retard.
Oh, they've got their tongue so far up his ass. I mean,
Has he told Putin he's an asshole to his face yet?
He's what?
Has he told Putin he's an asshole to his face yet? He probably do that.
Can you imagine that?
I'd love to see Putin's reaction. Give me a little junk of meshy.
I'll tell you what it goes, right? Putin invites him over, House of Cards style, right? and goes, so we have to have a meeting, right? Let's get some vodka out. It gets Justin a bit drunk. Justin's bought his skateboard. So he decides he's going to show Putin some tricks. And Putin's just stood there watching him while Justin, a bit drunk, does tricks on his skateboard in the Kremlin office.
He's so sad. He broke neck. I don't know how happened.
It would be funny if he wasn't the leader of fucking Canada. Yeah. This is hilarious. We have an idiot for a leader. He's a fucking pool boy. Oh my God, he's Bungalow Bill. This is so funny. And people get upset. They go, yeah, well, he's better than Harper. Well, I'm sorry, he's not. He's fucking not.
Well, give him a few more days.
Give him a few more days. He's had 400. He's had 150 days or something like that. It's ridiculous.
What's he done so far?
He's sold all of Canada's gold. He's released a series of feminist memes, or rather, he's put his name to them.
That's true.
And he's settled 25,000 fake Syrian refugees who were actually settled and living lives in Turkey at the time. That was the other story that came out while you were away. The Rebel ran with it a few months ago, and no one picked it up. But now other news outlets are picking up and going, hey, remember those 25,000 Syrians we imported and settled? Guess what? They were already living and settled in Turkey.
Yeah, they weren't in any danger.
They weren't raw from a refugee camp because that would be too reckless and far too much work for us to do in 6 weeks. So what we did was we just took people who were settled in Turkey and brought them over here.
Just for a PR stunt.
It's a PR stunt. It's a massive PR stunt. It's going to cost the country millions, but you know what? What matters is that Justin fulfilled that promise.
And, typical media coverage of Justin. This is from Mashable a few days ago. And yes, it was written by a chick. It would be really obvious. Here's the opening paragraph. Justin Trudeau may be, as some have theorized, an elaborate high-level project by Canada to troll the U.S., or he may be a science project created in a lab by scientists to seek the most polymath world leader possible. I don't think she knows what polymath means.
I don't either, but it sounds good.
Yeah, but the man has style. Trudeau's chic taste in socks has once again grabbed international attention.
Oh, this was from the same interview, because at the end they went, I don't know about those socks. He wears goofy Ned Flanders socks. So he goes to beat Obama and he's wearing fucking Ned Flanders socks. Like, because he's wacky, right? He probably did the skateboard tricks for Obama as well, but Obama would have just laughed and gone, that's great, mate. Do you play golf? He goes, no, but I snowboard.
Amazing.
Well, these guys aren't saying they don't know about any of his sock choices. They approve of all of them. But you just go, there is the depth of coverage.
That's really what you want. Justin Trudeau has proved to be a marshmallow machine gun of material for us.
Is he gonna clear up the deficit? Is he gonna end the war on terror? Nope. But he's got wacky socks.
He's gonna the budget's gonna balance itself.
Oh, is that what he said?
Yeah, that's what he said.
Oh, okay.
No, it's going to be fine.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Spend $30 billion, but you know what? In a few years, it's just going to balance itself.
Yeah.
Because that's generally how finance and economies work.
Well, I don't pay my credit card. I imagine it'll just clear up.
Yeah, well, it's just, it doesn't matter. It's just money, right?
Whatever. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, we won't have to pay for it. It's kids and grandkids.
Yeah, fuck them. I don't have kids.
Yeah, there you go. So you don't see if you don't have kids and you're a selfish person, vote for Justin Trudeau. He's going to give you loads of free money, and it's gonna be fine for you.
Live in the moment, baby.
Yeah, exactly. Look, Justin's living in the moment. He's fucking great. I love Justin.
Can't believe you voted for him, Ivan.
Yeah, right. There's one thing. When they're putting people up against the wall saying, did you vote for Justin Trudeau? I'll say, no, I didn't. Hand me the gun. I'm on your side.
And we've got the podcast to prove it.
Exactly.
See, we were complaining about him before it was cool, too.
Oh, yeah. No. We were complaining about him before he was even elected. We're
going to all have to have ironic facial hair and tight jeans. Be like the political hipsters. We hated him before it was cool, too.
I know Byron voted for him.
Oh, yeah.
He won't admit it, but I know he did. I look in his eyes and I can see.
It's been nice knowing you, Byron.
Yeah.
Look me in the eyes, Byron.
Hey, Canucks are still playing, right?
What are they doing?
They're garbage.
They're garbage, aren't they? They're another disappointment, but they don't cost you as much money.
No.
See, their problem is they don't have cool socks.
Yeah.
No,
they know better. They know better. All right, what else have we got, Pyro?
Well, Hillary is actually kind of funny because somebody was asking her in an interview about a few days ago whether or not she thought that unborn children should have rights. Like if it's the due date but the kid hasn't popped out yet, should you still kill it?
That's right. I did see this.
And she actually then got in trouble from Planned Parenthood and others who were offended that she used the phrase unborn persons.
Because that means that they're actually people.
Yes.
And they're not people until someone's decided that once they've been born, someone's decided that they should continue to live.
Yes.
And that's fine. We're on the cusp of postpartum abortions.
Well, there's already been some supposed medical ethicists making the case for that, at least until you take the kid home and maybe even for the first year, not really.
Decided.
Well,
you
once the
like it.
kid's popped out and you'd be like, do you identify as a baby? And it goes, wah, then you just kill it.
You didn't say you
I
identified.
wanted a pug.
That is fantastic. So I did see that. There's this article here, Hillary Clinton, an unborn child on his or her due date has no constitutional rights.
Right.
That's basically what Hillary Clinton said. And that, as far as Planned Parenthood is concerned, is far too vague in the wording. Because basically what she said is...
It's still a clump of
his or
cells,
her.
people, okay?
Yeah, his or her suggests that they might be a human later on that day.
Yeah.
And that's no good. Planned Parenthood don't like that shit because until they've come out, they're not anything.
Yeah. It's inventory.
It's inventory.
That hasn't been harvested yet.
That's a very good point. Yeah. So do you know that tells that on the moral scale that tells you where Planned Parenthood, if Hillary Clinton is below them.
Yes. Yeah.
Really, and they get a lot of Obama cash.
Yeah.
Go on, John.
Planned
Byron,
Parenthood.
slip in a cock joke.
I don't know. I think you should have 3 months. 3 months if you want an abortion. Otherwise, fuck it. Come on.
Yeah.
You had 3 months to get rid of it. Now, fucking make up your mind.
What, 3 months before it's born?
Yeah, no, 3 months. Just 3
After?
months after you get knocked up.
See, this is where we're going, right? This is brilliant. This is where we're going. Oh, 3 months after you get knocked up.
Yeah.
First trimester.
After that, it's like, well, come on.
First trimester.
Yeah, first trimester.
Yeah, that's not good enough for people nowadays. They
No, you want to kill it when it's like eight months and fucking it's just due
it's
tomorrow
not
and you're like,
progressive enough.
yeah, nah, change my mind.
It's not progressive enough.
Well, also, you could just kind of go, from the female perspective, why would you...
Why would you wait anyway? Why do you just keep waiting? If you want to get rid of it.
No, well, the bastard didn't marry me, so I'm going to kill the kid. At that point, just stick it out the 6 weeks and put it up for adoption. Jesus, there's such massive waiting lists to try and adopt even a kid that's messed up or whatever, let alone
it's a
a
fucked up
perfectly
issue because if you want to get an abortion,
give it.
should you say it's illegal? I mean, if you're going to do it anyway.
Well, Donald Trump got in trouble for this. He was actually pinned into a corner and forced to make a statement along the lines of, listen, if you ban abortion and then somebody gets an abortion, they've broken the rules. Should they be punished for that? And you back someone into the corner, you could use the rather less divisive argument of gold. They banned gold in the 1930s in America. Anybody who owned gold was breaking the law. You could have said, okay, Donald, under that situation, if the gold was ever made illegal again to own it, would you put somebody in jail who owned some gold? And of course, he would give the same answer. He would go, yes.
Right.
But because it's about abortion, it becomes so much more. And also because the left get hold of what they want to hear and just run with that.
Yeah, I mean, abortion's a tough issue, but, 3 months.
Not
3
anymore,
months.
it's not. It used to be a tough issue. But now the world's gone so progressive. It's a really easy issue. It's really easy. No.
I think
That's
it
outrageous.
should be a woman's right, but come on, man. Why are we arguing? Wait till the last minute.
Yeah, the dithering
You're a
just seems
fucking idiot,
really
by the way.
weird.
If you're going to
Well,
wait that
it's-
long to get an abortion, you're a fucking idiot.
Well, just from a purely selfish perspective, it's going to hurt a lot more
Well,
for
exactly.
you the longer you wait, because then you're pulling out bigger chunks, which
at
means
that
they got
point,
to
it is-
dilate your vag.
at that point,
way
I could
more.
argue it is
my
actually
God.
a formed human inside of you. It's just waiting to come out now.
When it's
Within
able
the
to
first
kick you,
trimester,
I
you're kind of
think,
like, all right, fine. But when it gets to it's just I don't know if it's a crime, but it's just it's just really, really horrible and gross and bad for fucking everybody.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that should be illegal, but it should at that point, the third trimester, it's like, ugh.
So whatever you do,
at the very
Byron-
least, you sort of you miss your period, you pee on the stick, it gives you a plus sign. Make your decision what you're going to do now. Because it'd be a whole lot easier. And if you get it early enough, you can usually take a couple pills and then you just get your period. You miscarry as opposed to get the...
Yeah, it's fucking yanking out this corpse.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever you do, don't put that on Facebook because people are going to kill you for that.
Right. How dare you? Whatever.
Some of the people that you have on friends on Facebook just live in a completely different world.
Yeah,
It's a perverse world it's a morally perverse world
Yes, it is.
with no foundation in reality whatsoever.
Other than whims. Well,
How about just referring to the baby as a human, like in the Doritos case?
yes. Well, they got so upset about that fucking commercial. It's Oh, God.
What was the commercial?
It was one of the Super Bowl commercials. It's like this dad's eating Doritos while like the mom was like ready to drop. Like she's having her final ultrasound and they're kind of like, any minute now. And then the wife is bitching at the husband. We're at my ultrasound and you're eating Doritos. You're eating Doritos. And he's just, whatever, ignoring her. And then you see where at some point he decides to wave a Dorito over the belly and you see the animation like the fetus trying to reach up and grab it. So then they kind of play with that where he's like playing keep away with
And people
the
were
kid
offended. How dare you refer to that
because
as a
it
human?
humanized the fetus. There was actually
this is
Narol was tweeting about
That's
that.
right. It was Narol. It
Who was
wasn't.
tweeting
And then-
about that?
National abortions rights, whatever. Like,
But it had nothing to do with abortion.
No.
Just
well,
chill out.
it was just a
It was
funny thing because then the next
humanizing.
thing is
Oh, God.
the wife gets mad. She
Humanizing a
she
baby right
grabs
before he's about to be born.
Doritos
Well, at that
bag
point, come on.
and throws it, and then because she threw it, away towards her feet and the other side of the room, so you just hear her scream, and then I guess the implication is the baby goes chasing after the Doritos and like whoosh, suddenly gets
Terrible.
born. So
That ad is endorsing pro-life and it's against a woman's choice.
yeah.
Well, it's just the wording that they take exception to. I mean, that's how far we've gone. The progressive narrative is so powerful now that it can take exception to the humanizing of an unborn baby inside a mother.
Yeah.
Which is ridiculous. But
But
that's
how
where we
extreme
live.
are we getting? Like, and who is they and what degree of they are they?
Well, they are people who are given.
Well, Narol is like the lobbyists, basically
Yeah.
saying like. So obviously they're going to be
Because I
fucked
mean,
up.
like I'm pretty, I'm a bit impartial. And I see both sides, left and right, and all that stuff. But I think a lot of people, the healthy majority of people, I'd like to think, are kind of like me in that, like, it's like, come on, judge things by an individual basis, and not have this broad painting of the world of this one fucking code.
Yeah.
All right, but while you're doing that, there is a whole mechanism that is marching forward relentlessly to put into law all sorts of the sort of things that we're talking about, so that you can't even have that conversation after a certain point.
Right.
So while you're there being reasonable and not punching back against it, this machine is closing down what you can think and say and how you can operate.
Well, I mean, that kind of thinking, it will avoid to, just the complete opposite effect of it.
Well,
To a huge fucking insurgence of fighting against that sort of.
Well, that's what we're seeing now.
Yeah,
Well, exactly.
That's why Trump's popular.
Well, exactly.
and like on the abortion issue, it seems like most people I think are more reasonable, but then obviously the ones who make a living at it are going to be crazy. Like years ago, there was like the March for Life that they have, and that was a peaceful thing. They do have the gross pictures of the aborted fetus remains and all this stuff. But they're all just sort of sitting there praying and all this. But there's like the counter protesters who were like the nastiest looking broads you ever not want to run into. It was right after Carly Rae Jepsen's song "Call Me Maybe" got big.
Yeah.
So there's this chick standing next to what is clearly a human baby that's been cut up, right?
Yeah,
like
yeah.
you see the face and the rib cage and all this. She's holding up a sign saying, playing off the Carly Rae Jepsen chorus. So it says, "Hey, I just met you and you seem crazy. A clump of cells is not a baby." And you're like, have you looked at the fucking pictures? Like that's not a clump of cells that you're seeing.
I want to
photo
say
of.
something about that. I used to live right around the corner from there at 11th and Commercial. They used to congregate on the corner of Broadway and Commercial. And, like you say, it was generally a lot of little old ladies and old men, very, very Christian.
Because I think there's a clinic there. That's why.
And there's a clinic there. But the people who used to turn up to protest against them were very aggressive, and at times they were violent. And you would see little old ladies getting pushed around by these these bruising feminists, and it was the cops were called.
You're not
the
helping
cops
your
were called. That's
cause,
how bad it was. No, I mean they're bullies. They're absolute bullies. I mean, this is how
Hell
they
have
operate.
no fury like an angry feminist scorn.
This is how they operate. They don't operate from a point of reason or anything. It's just basically, we don't like what you're saying. We're going to run you off the street, street thug style.
Yeah.
That's what we're going to do. And, intimidating old people, if you don't agree with them, that's fair enough. But jostling and pushing them and treating them like that is just shameful.
Yeah.
And it doesn't help your cause whatsoever. But, they have no shortage of supporters on social media and
campuses, all that
yeah,
stuff.
absolutely. They see it as something that you can't even question.
Yeah.
Anyway, fuck it.
I hate you.
Cock joke, Byron.
Hey, What's the
this is
smartest
crazy.
thing that came out of a feminist's mouth? Einstein's cock. Oh,
I know this is crazy. I just met you, but can I put my cock in you?
that's good. That's like just a standard pickup line. If you just read on the internet, I know this sounds crazy, but I just met you. But can I put my cock inside you?
Is that Stephen Hawking thing?
Yeah, Stephen Hawking's.
Do
pickup
it again
artist.
with more Stephen Hawkins.
I know this sounds crazy, but I just met you. I find you attractive. Can I put my cock inside you?
Will you help me do it? Because I have
Will
trouble.
you help me do it? I am incapacitated. May I fuck your black hole? And on that note,
That was worth waiting for. May I fuck your black? That's offensive on so many levels. You should put that on Twitter.
yeah, why not? I'll save the offensive shit for Twitter because
Yeah.
if people get angry at Twitter, I don't have the same backlash to social media.
Will you have enough space on the Twitter thread to say in the voice of Stephen Hawkins?
Yeah.
Colon.
Yeah. I don't know. They get to give you more characters. Come on, Twitter. How can I be that
I think
offensive?
if it's just the can I fuck your black hole?
Yeah.
Stephen Hawkins
Yeah.
on Saturday night.
Oh dear. On that note, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. I've been Ivan Penaluna.
I'm Byron Bertram, Stephen Hawkins.
And I'm Pure Dracula.
Good night.